Make time, take its time. You only live once, so once you're done, everyone forgets. Every second counts is what you amount, they feel your head. No regrets, nothing except you never slept. Oh, I think it's all pretend, maybe this never ends. No, it never ends. I think it's all pretend, maybe it never ends.
G'day everyone, my name's Luke from Aquatic Rehab, and this is a 3-dive vlog out of the Mokohinau Islands in Auckland's Hauraki Gulf. So the first dive here, me, Nick and Michaela went out, launched from Gulf Harbour because he was taking the big boat up north, so we thought we would swing past the Mokes on the way before the wind got up. First night parked up at Lee, got the cob grill out. Got steaming pretty early morning and had some pretty good conditions. First dive, as soon as we got over to the pressure point on the rock that we were diving, had a nice kingfish swim by, just solo, and thought I'm not going to pass that opportunity up.
Everyone forgets. Every second counts is what you amount, they feel your head. No regrets, nothing except you never slept. Oh, I think it's all pretend, maybe this never ends. Only live once, but once you're done, everyone forgets.
So plugged that fish and then ended up pulling a cohero out of its guts that it must have just eaten, and then thought, oh well, might as well just cube it down on the pressure point and see if there's anything that wants to come in for a look. Maybe another kingy or some snapper or something like that. Got really lucky, actually just cubed it and then had a few really hungry snapper move up into midwater. Pushed off this ledge here, a little bit of swell going and a bit of current. That snapper actually ended up coming up a bit bigger than I expected, so that was really good. You know, first spot and nice kingy and a nice snapper on the vessel already. So we're looking to be eating pretty well. Spent a bit of time cruising around the rock. It got a little bit quiet after that. I put down a bit of bait for Michaela to try shoot a fish off, and nothing was really coming in. Just before we left, I did one drop on it and managed to stone another snap for tea, so yeah, can't complain about that. We did have a couple of friendly seals on the rock, so we managed to get some nice seal footage and have a bit of a play around with them. We moved around all day, checking out a few spots. There was a few boil-ups and things like that, but it was pretty quiet. Michaela shot some trevally and some coeys and pinkies and bits and pieces, and I stayed dedicated to the snapper. Worked all the way up till sunset, basically. I found a ledge that I thought was going to start producing. Ended up throwing quite a few kinner over it. I saw one fish that really stood out, and that was the only fish that I was prepared to take. I just held the line, stayed patient. The big one comes in close enough for me to get a shot away with the 90 centimeter de Bono gun. Hit it a bit low, but it held really well and passed through. Yeah, so, you know, obviously a lot of patience involved there, but got the job done. Parked up in a bay for the night, cooked up a big feed on the cob and did a little bit of fishing and stuff like that to see if we can get some squid. That night it was actually really cool because we were parked up against a big cliff, double anchored, and we had orcas vocalizing in the night, and the sound was echoing off the cliff, and it was like super loud, but really kind of haunting, but really cool. After that we steamed up to Paihia, had our riggers out for yellowfin, but no luck. But that's a vessel that's going to be available to us for Northland charters, and we do have a WhatsApp group for that. If you want, you can just go on aquaticrehabspearfishing.com and fill out the contact form and email us, and we'll send you out the link for that. So a second dive, me and Rome took the cat out. We got out a bit late, but we had gin clear water and just like totally flat. We had dolphins on the way out, bow riding. Got into our first spot, and yeah, super clean water. A little bit dull, and then Rome's gun broke, so luckily I had a spare Debono for her to use, and then we started diving. The pressure points had quite a bit of bait and stuff like that. A few kingies down deep, nothing really even worth me filming or looking at. Ended up taking a pinky from the one spot. Shot a kohiru for sashimi. Checked out this other spot here, that was still quite dead as well. Did a bit of a deeper drop and shot a pinky, and it ended up getting tangled up in the weed. And as I was pulling up the weed, I didn't even know if it was going to be on there or not. Gave Rome the camera and I was like, okay, let's see. And I unwrapped it like a Christmas present, and yeah, the pink mau was actually in there, so that was good. Shortly after that, Rome shot her first pinky, which was really cool. She was stoked about that. Yeah, we got the flasher out to see if we could coax some kingfish in. Worked up and down a deep ledge, probably 400 or 500 meters or something like that, there and back. Yeah, just didn't have anything come in, nothing really notable. Found another nice school of pinkies down in this gutter with really deep drop off on the other side. I ended up stoning a pinky out of there. Yeah, took that one back and then decided to move again. It was sort of getting towards evening when we got to our last spot. Things started to fire up a bit. I noticed quite a bit of snapper activity, like down on the deeper ledges, and quite a bit of bait and stuff like that. So I ended up just shooting a kawai for a bit of bait. One sort of medium-sized bronzy was hanging around us. That was a good sign as well. Yeah, this just massive ball of snapper came up on this kawai from really deep water. A really good fish came in. I think it took the head, and that's the one I wanted. I think I got some pretty good footage of it swimming away, and then another pretty hungry fish ended up getting stuck in and was just too hungry to notice me, so I pushed out through the blue and ended up getting a spear in it. Kept diving for a little bit longer, had the snapper on the float line, and the shark got a bit barred up over it. Ended up having to give it a bit of a jab to get it to bugger off. Yeah, we decided to call it and head home. Had some pretty epic bioluminescence actually in big patches on the way back, which was really cool. So yeah, that was our second dive. That was awesome. After that, me and Henry headed out on the Haines with our mate Jesse.
Where are we diving? Mangere Bridge.
We got out there to a spot that I haven't dived in years, and it's a really beautiful bit of terrain. When the water's a little bit dirty, it seems to be a bit fishier. We had that really clean water again, and it was quite difficult. Did have one snapper lurking around. Yeah, it was sort of parading around the show. I was looking for it and I didn't see it where I'd spotted it from the surface, and thought, oh no, it's gone. And then it was right there in front of me. in certain lighting and in certain circumstances, just the way that the snapper blend in with how sort of dark and purple they are can be quite hard. Normally what I'll do is I'll spot the silver white on the edge of the fins, like down here and along the back of the tail there. With this fish it was over the sand, so I didn't see that. Anyway, came right into the end of the spear and got a really nice brain shot on it. After that we worked all day. We snooped a really big nice stretch, seen quite a few snapper while we were snooping, nothing really that big, and then yeah, got onto one nice fish. Yeah, just made a bad shot, bad call on the shot, really bad angle, and hit it through the gill plate, unfortunately. First shot just perfectly on, and then second shot deplorable. So I believe that fish will survive. That's just how the game goes, but ended up losing out on that one. Moved on to our final spot for the day, and yeah, we had this spot really pumping. You know, Henry got a pinky out of there, all sorts going on. Yeah, big pinky school. We threw quite a few kinner over this ledge. I just made a dive that just happened to be at the right time. When this one really big fish ends up coming up a gutter, and I waited and thought hopefully it turns around and cuts back down, and that's exactly what it did. Beautiful big snapper. You know, a full day's work to get that done, put the yards in, and then came out with two really nice fish. Cruising back on the Haines, really nice sunsets and stuff like that. So yeah, some really epic diving. So those are the 3 dives. Pretty good, pretty fun. You know, hope to get a few more opportunities out there this season. Back on the charter thing, guys, if anyone wants to be part of our WhatsApp group, please just get at us about that. You know, we can give you details on packs and pricing and stuff like that too, so no stress there. We've also got a few different vessels as well, one for White Island, Great Barrier, and then Fiordland and also Stewart Island. So if you're interested in that, hit us up. If you want to keep up to date with everything that we're sort of doing, I'd advise following me on Instagram, especially updates with when we got new wetsuit stock in and apparel and things like that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.